detail stuff. Good.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Are you?
I'm gonna put my phone on silent. Hey everybody, welcome to Home Groups, where we apply the message we heard this weekend at Freedom Valley Church, which is not what we'll be doing this week. We're kicking off our winter semester, a 10-week semester of home groups where we're gonna get to know each other, go deeper in our Bible. This is the first week of that semester, so we wanna talk about what we'll be doing.
The main thing we'll be doing is working on application from the weekend. So Jason and I will get together every week. We'll do a little 5-minute review of what we talked about on the weekend, and then we'll present some questions for you to go over in your groups.
Those questions will be get to know you questions where we can all grow a little bit in our knowledge of one another. There'll be get to know your Bible better questions where we'll talk about the passage from this week, and that's why it's really important. Bring your Bible or your notebook, whatever you took notes on the weekend, so that we can actually go deeper. And then finally, there'll be application questions where we can talk about how we are going to apply what we learned about each other, what we learned about the Bible, and what we learned about ourselves, so that we can improve in our lives following Christ.
Yeah, this particular week, however, we're gonna focus on getting to know each other. So we'll have some silly questions, some feelings and opinion questions, just to get to know the people in your group. That's one of the most important things about home groups, is building relationships, making friendships in your groups.
Yeah, these are the questions that there's no wrong answer to as long as you're being honest. So Candace, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Let's say, hypothetical, not gonna happen, your house is on fire.
Right.
Your whole family is safe, no one's in there, and you can save 3 items from the house. What items do you save?
I think I would save my computer. I wanna say like, very practically like car keys.
Keys.
And like an outfit or something.
Something
to wear
clothes.
that day.
Okay,
Yes.
some family clothes. Okay. My answer would be easier, my backpack, because it's like cheating. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. And then like some of my kids' like favorite possessions, like Link carries his puppy. He's got a little puppy dog. I'd carry that, stuff like that. So that's my things I can't replace, I guess.
Okay.
And then another question. What's your most embarrassing moment? I'll give you some time to think about it. Here's my most embarrassing moment in life.
Okay.
New to a school, I transferred to a new high school. I know almost nobody, so it's getting to be that winter season where, you know, my nose is a little sniffly. And in the middle of biology class, I have to walk to the front of the classroom and around the teacher, because they had those big like high top desks, you know the ones? So I walk around her, grab a tissue, and then walk back to my seat, but I drop the tissue. And the tissue falls slowly, as tissues do, till it's about waist height. So I grab the tissue and smack my teacher's butt with my hand while I grab the tissue. And in front of the whole class, she goes, "Oh!" like that. Everybody knows I just smacked the biology teacher's butt in front of everyone, and I go beet red, rush to my seat. Up until that moment, I didn't think it was possible for me to get embarrassed. But I was embarrassed in that moment. So that's my most embarrassing moment. Candace, do you have one you can think of?
I do. It's weird, and it's just like the most blonde moment I've ever had in my life, but I wasn't like embarrassed in front of people.
Okay.
So there was a checkpoint, like a drunk, what do you call those?
Okay, drunk driving checkpoint.
Yes. And I didn't have my license on me, and I knew that. And for some reason, I panicked, because I thought I might get in trouble for not having my license on me. So I decided to go off on like a street that was obviously, they were watching, which I did not know at the time, but I thought I'll just take back roads, I'll go around it, whatever. But obviously they were watching it for this particular reason, to catch drunk drivers. So the cop followed me down this road and pulled me over, and he was like, "Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "I'm not drunk, I promise. I just forgot my license. I can tell you the number. Like, I have it memorized." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Obviously you're not drunk, so whatever. Just go, but don't do this again. Like, don't be an idiot." So I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay." And I started driving, and here that road has no outlet. So I ended up having to turn back around and going through the darn checkpoint anyway. It was just the dumbest. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah. My favorite part of that story is you have your driver's license number memorized, because there's no way I would ever have a random number I never used memorized. So those are the kinds of questions we'll be having, getting to know each other, having fun, and forging relationships as we go deeper in our faith.
Yeah. Have a great discussion, guys.
We'll see you next week.